We haven't actually got a panelist representing the Chinese industry on here, but obviously Norebo and other Russian firms are sending a lot of H&G there. We've seen there was disruption in Dalian initially, and now Qingdao, with Qingdao port being closed to the transport vessels due to these supposed coronavirus findings. So Sturry, can you tell us what's happened? Are you still getting products into the country? It's just taking longer, or are you directing products elsewhere? And what are you thinking in terms of how long this situation will kind of continue for?
Yes, there have clearly been major disruptions in China recently with taking product in. Qingdao has been almost closed up till now, and we have been bringing some product into Dalian. It's slow there, but product is moving. The Chinese are trying to get hold of the situation, get it under control. There is a lot of pressure now from the processing industry because they are facing major problems not getting their hands on the raw material. Obviously, if you look at the volume, for example, of H&G Pollock coming from Russia to China, it's probably going to be somewhere plus minus 550,000 ton on an annual basis. So it makes a huge difference for the processing companies in China. So they are now lobbying authorities over there to put in place some procedures and measures so that they can continue to get product through. There has been some progress in recent days, and we are seeing every day now something is happening, and we are expecting that in coming days and weeks that we will see some progress, and we expect in the longer run that we will continue to bring H&G to China, because I think the Chinese authorities have already realized how important it is for the workers and for the communities over there. So I think we will see some kind of progress pretty soon.
Is there work being done from the industry as well to kind of on the scientific side? Because like the science seems to be slightly kind of sketchy at best. I don't want to kind of. But what is the Russian industry doing? Putting forward proposals to the Chinese side on the science, and is work being done on that front as well?
Mm-hmm. Well, there have been, yes, people look at this probably in different ways, and there are some disagreements on how to look at this. The Russians, like many other producing countries, have been trying to take measures to make sure we don't have these problems. We have a lot of measures in terms of the crews going on board the vessels, making sure that they do not get sick. We have even started to disinfect cartons going from Russia. We test them before they go, and so on and so forth. So we are taking a lot of measures to solve these issues. But it's a complicated issue as it stands at the moment, and hopefully we will have some progress in all this, and hopefully the Chinese will come to some kind of a practical solution, because at the moment obviously it's not working as it is. So we are expecting that they will come to their senses at some point.
So I presume there's been a bit of a logjam into Dalian if everyone's trying to get products into Dalian, and then it gets transported by trucks, does it, up to Qingdao? Is that kind of what's happening?
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, thanks, Sturry. That's really interesting stuff. And I guess it maybe you could give it. It might be too early to say, but what are you thinking with regards to H&G kind of demand and pricing next year, or is it really kind of too early to say on that, given all the kind of uncertainty that's going on? Because obviously, Chinese New Year. Surely people are wanting to buy raw material to cover themselves for Chinese New Year, right?
Yes, like I say, the Chinese are now in trouble because they can't get hold of raw material. So they are now very short. They haven't covered themselves up to the Chinese New Year. So they need to fill up their plants with more raw material. So raw material is definitely tight. Prices are on the increase. How this will translate into a season is very difficult to say at this point. That will again depend on probably how the season starts, what is going to be the size of fish, and how much is going to be produced as block, and how much H&G, and so on. So it's almost, there are so many uncertainties at the moment, it's almost impossible to predict.